In September, we're doing a concert called Broadway Goes to the Movies. I think the title is pretty much self-explanatory, except when you really think about what that is, it's pretty fascinating because there are many Broadway musicals that have not successfully transferred to the screen, and there are others that have. There have been certain instances where the casting has been so different or the plot has been changed so much that sometimes it's worked in the favor of the movies and sometimes it hasn't. But the other big difference is that when a Broadway musical is made into a musical film, there is a larger orchestra, there are different orchestrations, there are different approaches that become more grand in style. It is rare that there's an execution of a Broadway musical on screen where it becomes more intimate because the medium, even though it is an intimate medium, is considered by producers not to be the conducive way to film a musical. We also have the phenomenon now of certain musical films that have been turned into Broadway musicals, or dramatic films that have been turned into Broadway musicals, like Hairspray, which became a Broadway musical, or The Light in the Piazza that became a Broadway musical that was not a musical. So we have this sort of morphing that happens, or A Star is Born, which is an original film musical that is, I hear, next year going to be a Broadway musical, or Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, which was originally a film musical that became a Broadway musical for which they wrote additional songs. So we'll be able to explore all of that. I was even thinking about the Color Purple, where the movie The Color Purple has a great song in it, Miss Seeley's Blues, that has nothing to do with the Broadway musical, but could legitimately be featured in our concert because it is related to Broadway. So this program is going to celebrate all the different musical aspects of Broadway and Hollywood. For our Broadway Goes to the Movies concert, we have some spectacular entertainers. One of my favorite people on the planet, as well as a true force of nature musically and otherwise, is Christine Ebersole, who is a two-time Tony Award winner, who can sing any kind of music. She has been on Broadway so many times in so many different eclectic roles, for many most memorably in Grey Gardens, but I've had the opportunity to perform with her in nightclubs and on concert stages, and she is a formidable talent. She will be singing several pieces connected with shows in which she's appeared, as well as some other Broadway chestnuts, and I'm very excited about Christine. In addition, as it turns out, we will have two of the Jersey Boys as our other guest artists. Another incredible Tony Award winner, John Lloyd Young, who starred as Frankie Valli in Jersey Boys and then again starred in the movie that Clint Eastwood directed. John Lloyd Young is another staggering voice. He is a guy who, after he was in Jersey Boys, sort of embraced the style of doo-wop music, something with which he was only nominally acquainted, and now does concerts where he includes not only standards but doo-wop. So I'm hoping that we can get him to do some Broadway doo-wop. Eric Bergen, who is known to many as currently appearing in the television series Madam Secretary, is another tremendously gifted singer who was in the movie Jersey Boys. And so Eric is going to be presenting some of his favorite musical theater selections as well. So this is going to be a show that is going to be bursting at the seams with talent.